Hello everybody, I'm Elworthy, and today I wanted to video talking about this video that I've just been recommended, that I've already watched through, but I wanted to give some context to, at least from the perspective of someone who doesn't do this, and just kind of overall also look at it again from a small content creator perspective. As you can see, this guy, Nade Straight, only has 18,000 subscribers, which isn't very many, but again, this video that he has just got him 731,000 views, so that's really good for him, and I'm really happy for him that he's able to do that. That's really awesome. And yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and cover this.
I don't know if anyone does live commentaries anymore where they talk about something that's happened in their life and the background is, gameplay. But that's what this is today.
I used to do that.
So, something a bit different. It's still Halo gameplay, as you'd expect from this channel. But the topic of discussion is that I just lost my job. And I lost it to AI, which is very unfortunate. I think many people joke about the fact that, AI is going to take all our jobs and we're all going to get replaced. And especially...
Definitely. I'm not surprised that this happened. When I was in college and I was determining what I wanted to do, my parents were really encouraging for me to go into the STEM projects. But I personally, I just like creative writing, and I love, obviously, doing creative work. So I personally have always just really enjoyed the English space as a whole and writing as a whole. But I also felt that like all the math degrees and stuff would easily be replaceable, and I didn't feel like I could make myself stand out as much. So I didn't go into STEM, and I don't have any STEM experience at all. But that being said, it does still suck that I'm at least living to the point where now AI is apparently going to start removing people who got those STEM degrees, that I could have grabbed. I mean, I could very easily have been in this guy's position. I was really good at math until I stopped caring about it because, to be honest, I just didn't find it interesting. But if I really stuck my neck out and I really worked hard at it, I bet I probably could have got a math degree, no problem. And then use that to go into a special skill, right? Obviously, it's not like literally just math, but, I could get get some sort of skill out of it. So yeah, it really sucks that what's happening to this guy, and I think it's important to understand kind of the future of the job market
within my industry, which is graphic design.
Right.
My job, I've been a graphic designer for the past 8 years of my life, and I've worked at this specific company for 6 years.
So 8 years of experience total. That's a lot of experience. I mean, I feel personally that he should be able to get another job in some sort of other position. Obviously not graphic design if he's getting, he's being let go because there's no room for graphic design. But my initial thought is that he should go to the same company and try and apply for another position. Maybe not graphic design, but something else to at least use that experience to his benefit. I think that'd be a good place to start.
Would think that being one of the longest running employees, being there 6 years, having a wage increase almost every year and being...
Whoa, you got a wage increase every year? How much are you getting, dude? Because I get a 50-cent raise at my job. That's my yearly increase. 50 cents per year. So that's cool. It's not enough to keep up with, minimum wage standards in my state, but hey, I take what I can get, right? I don't know how much money he was getting. I don't believe he even mentions it in the video, but yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you were getting a raise, but I'm curious how much it was. I feel like part of the reason AI is taking over people's jobs is because employees are expensive. I remember I learned in school that one of the most expensive things for a company is actually its employees. So the less employees you have, a huge amount of expenses you tend to save as a company.
Being very much valued because I was the only graphic designer left, you'd think they want to keep me on as much as possible.
Yeah, and most of the time when you're in a position where you're doing one thing uniquely that no one else is doing, typically that's good job security. So I'm kind of surprised that he would get fired for, truthfully, no fault of his own.
I mean, I barely was allowed to take holiday because I was the only designer. So if I was off, then nobody could cover for me, and the company ended up with work stacking up.
Yeah, makes sense.
However, over the past 3 months, I'd say, I've noticed that my schedule at the company became like less and less cluttered, and
yeah, if they give you less work, that's not good. At my job, I always do my best to make sure that I'm doing something, so that way I like one thing that I do to make myself valuable is that I work with a special group within my company that I work at, where I'm uniquely qualified to handle it, to the point where my coworkers ask me to handle certain kinds of issues for them, which helps me feel secure in my job. I don't make a lot of money, but at least I know I'm not going to get fired, So job security, I think, is kind of slightly more important nowadays than the amount of pay. But obviously, if you're not making enough money to pay for bills, obviously then you got to start looking at other jobs. But yeah, job security, it's hugely, hugely important.
And it got to the point where I was getting paid for a 7-hour and 30-minute day.
Okay.
And some days only doing 2 hours of work, which...
Wow. How do you get that job? Oh my God. I'd love to have that kind of job. Oh my God. Like, if I could not work for 5 hours of my day and just do whatever, that'd be awesome. No, I work all 8 hours of my job. There's always something to do. There's always new things coming up. My job is very fluid. Yeah, I don't know how this guy pulled that off, but that's awesome.
Which obviously was great for me. Right. I loved it. Got up at 9 o'clock because it was work from home as well.
Work from home? Oh my God. I've been looking for a work from home job for forever, and I never got one. I got screwed over. I had to work with other people, and I like my coworkers, and I love my manager. I actually like my company a lot. They're actually really good to me. But that being said, if I didn't have to drive, do you know how much expenses that would save if I could just work from home? Oh my God, that would be I'm still looking for an online only job. That'd be huge. Right now there isn't, but man, that'd be cool. Wouldn't that be cool? If I could not have to pay for gas and stuff. Oh my God.
I'd do 2 hours of work and I'd have nothing left to do for the rest of the day. Maybe some revisions / amends would come in at 3 or 4 o'clock. I'd do those for 20, 30 minutes. And that'd...
So you made yourself too good at your job. This is why I always talk about this idea, and I even joke about it sometimes at work itself, is that actually, no, this is perfect quote. Here we go. From Office Space, right? You guys remember the movie Office Space? Remember where there's the guy with the red stapler and stuff who gets fired because he doesn't make any money. And anyway, there's an important, very awesome quote that I absolutely love, and I still hold on to this day because it's a really good quote, where the main guy, he says, like in the movie, the tech people are like, oh, I work really hard, but there's no incentive for me to keep working because you don't make any more money. And the fear of being harassed for him or being bothered at work only motivated him just enough to work barely enough so that way he doesn't get fired. So essentially, he did the bare minimum in order to keep his job, which makes sense because if there's no motivation, then there's no, you don't want to be so good at your job that your job isn't necessary. And I think that's what happened to him, is what it sounds like. Because it sounds like with all of his experience, all of his time spent working for the company to try and help the company out, to me at least, it feels like he probably made himself irrelevant, is my guess. Because he probably worked too good. Ideally, the best thing to do would be to work as little as possible but do enough work so that way the job wants to keep you, especially in an industry like his. Now, my job's a little different because there's always new stuff going on, so I'm always busy. My job isn't nice like his. He has a nice job where you can slack off. I don't have a nice office job where I'm in a cubicle by myself and I have a set amount of work to get done and I can get it done early and then hang out. No, I always have new stuff going on. I don't like I said, I work like a regular normal job, like probably most of you do. But this guy, I mean, if I ever had a job like this, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if I'd try and stretch out the work. You know what I mean? Stretch out the work. Don't get all your work done in 2 hours. Make sure that your work has to take 8 hours. You know what I mean? Make it yourself useful.
Be my day. I'd essentially do between 2 and 3 hours of work and get paid for 7.5.
Yeah, that's so bad.
It was great for
terrible.
3 or 4 months.
And
then, on Monday this week, I got told that I'm being made redundant.
Duh.
And I was thinking, how could this be possible? You clearly need a graphic designer. Mm-hmm. The company I work at is a marketing agency who does email and web designs for clients.
Do people still use email? Isn't that making yourself irrelevant right there? The fact that you work at an email company? Who the heck is making new emails? New email designs? I don't know. To me, that right there just feels weird. Do you guys use email for non-work related things? I don't know. I kind of just use email for work and bills. It's kind of it.
And yeah, I was a bit confused on that one. And then I did a bit of digging, asked a few people, and it turns out basically all of the material that I've provided over the past 6 years is now being fed to AI and templated.
So the company's using all of his work and putting it into a computer. I see how it is. So you couldn't really stop it, to be fair. It sounds like they just took your work and they made their own templates to give to the computer. And there's nothing you could have really done about that. So yeah, this guy, I feel bad for the record, in case it isn't clear, I do feel super bad for this guy because this is not his fault, clearly. He kind of got taken advantage of by his company a little bit.
So a design that would take me 30 minutes now takes AI 30 seconds as it's been trained on all my templates. Essentially, I think it just literally reuses my templates.
That's not good.
And then they can input the hex codes they want the email or the website design to be, drag and drop in the client's logo.
Yeah, it sounds like the AI just does all the work for them. So what this guy did accidentally is, I guess, made himself irrelevant. He was so good at his job that he set the company up to replace him. Oof, yeah, that's not good.
Upload the client's font and boom, it will generate my template but using their brand assets. And I thought, it makes sense from a business point of view, but it's extremely scummy.
It's not scummy. It's how business works. That's just how corporate America is. I mean, or actually he has an accent. Maybe he's from England or Europe or something. But even so, even if he's not from America, either way, that's just how corporations work. Corporations don't care about you. Most companies don't give a damn about their employees. They just care what makes them the most money. And it sounds like for the time you were working at the company, you were making the company a ton of money. But then for whatever reason, you were making them less money than whatever the AI could provide. And I think that's where your job was just toast at that point.
It puts me out of a job. My immediate thought was, well, let's go to some competitor companies and see if they're looking for designers.
Sure.
I've looked at between 10 and 15 competitors, and every single other competitor is doing the exact same thing. Some of them even boasting about it on their website and going as far as simply inputting your website URL. It will extract all the assets and learn about that website, and then artificially generate email and web templates for your brand.
Wow, that's really cool. Okay. So to unpack, I'm not surprised that this is happening all over the place. People have been talking about AI taking jobs for a while, and I'm not surprised that it's starting with the technical jobs. This is part of the reason why I got a writing degree, because my degree should still be relevant, at least until I get old, is kind of my hope. For the future generations, no idea, because what really sucks is the fact that we tell young people that the future's in AI, the future is in technology, but then look at this. This guy's totally getting ousted out of his entire field just because AI is taking over. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I don't know what young kids are going to be studying in the future, and there's going to be new jobs opening up. You know what I mean? We don't have any more what's an evil job that people used to do? Like shoe cobbling, for example. Do people still shoe cobble where they, people who fix shoes and stuff, instead of nowadays where we probably just buy a new shoe or have robots make shoes? You know what I mean? Like we have machines that do that. We don't have people who are we don't have the horse feeder, right? There's no one who hangs out and works on making the grain for the horses for us to ride. They're just jobs that don't exist anymore. So this is, I think, just going to be another job that doesn't exist, graphic design, it sounds like, and that things are going to need to be moved on.
That is insane. Email and web designers are going to be completely out of jobs this year.
Sure. Yeah.
It just removes the need for us completely. And I think
yeah, you just said it right there. Your job isn't relevant, and it sucks. And arguably that is one benefit of working a lower paying job, is that it's hard to get AI necessarily to replicate it. I'm sure eventually in the future my job will be replaced, but hopefully by then I'll also have a job that's more stable. But yeah, AI is going to take over all kinds of stuff. That's why we really do need to look into getting a universal basic income. I think that's really important now more than ever, as AI does start to take over jobs. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm drawn so much to content creation, because I feel like, at least with content creation for now, while there are AI channels and stuff, for the most part, people are still the majority on YouTube, and I think it'll stay that way for a while. And to be honest, when you're a small channel, it's really hard for YouTube to even notice you at all or care what you do. So you're not too worried about like losing your channel. So I think it's pretty good job security, actually. The only problem is that you need to actually start making money. Now, obviously, this guy, he got 731,000 views. So that's about, oh God, I can do math, right? If 1,000 views is $1, so you made about $73? Yeah, about, am I doing the math right? No, $730. I apologize. So that's good. This video got him a good amount of money, so that's helpful, hopefully, to him. But yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with just pushing content creation and doing that. That's why I've been doing content creation for so long as well, because I've been doing content creation since I was 14 years old, and I only recently got monetized in January 19 of 2024. So, you know, it takes a while sometimes to get monetized, but hopefully, I'm hoping this guy is able to stick with content creation at the very least, if nothing else.
Graphic design industry is where most people cracked jokes about AI taking over. You know, oh, AI generation can't do it. It messes up the hands, or it gets things wrong, and it clearly looks like AI.
No, that's stupid.
Those days are past us. Like,
yeah, AI's good.
AI progresses incredibly fast, and I've used some of it myself to see if it actually works. And I've asked some people, like, you know, hey, here's this drawing I did as a concept for like a video game character or a weapon or an environment, and they can't tell that it's AI anymore.
Of course not, because if it doesn't say it's AI, then you're never going to know. Good CGI and good stuff in general, like, you know how you watch a movie and like people talk about, oh, the CGI is so bad. It's only bad because you can see it. Good CGI you don't actually see, for example. Like, if it's good, if the AI does a good job, then yeah, we can't tell. How would we know? We're just dumb monkeys, right? We can't tell what's good or bad. Like, so I'm not surprised at all that we're in a scenario now where, companies are starting to replace their employees, and it really sucks. You know, that's super disappointing. I mean, honestly, you guys should leave in the comments below like what your guys' jobs are, and if you guys think your job is going to get replaced soon, or if you guys have nice, comfy work-at-home jobs where you get to not work your full 8 hours. Like, let me know how much of you do that. I'd be surprised. Although I bet with my audience, I feel like based on what you guys have said in the past, most of you guys are probably like me, working a regular 8-hour job, busting your butt, you know, lots of people-to-people interaction, lots of stuff going on. You know what I mean? My job is very chaotic at times and gets really busy. So I'm sure you guys probably have mostly busy jobs. That's my prediction.
It's progressed so far that I genuinely think within the next 6 to 12 months, many, like thousands, even tens of thousands of graphic designers will lose their jobs.
It's possible.
And it's a serious problem because it's the main skill I have. You know, I've been a graphic designer professionally since I was 19. I'm now 27, about to turn 28, so almost 10 years of my life. I went to...
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, like, I totally get it. Like, I went to school to be an English teacher, and then COVID happened, and I couldn't continue my program because I have one lung. So if I couldn't be in the classroom with kids if they all have COVID and stuff, because kids spread COVID the easiest. So if I get it, I could die, right? So I just straight up couldn't continue. And then I got the job I work at now. But I've always wanted to go back to being a teacher. But like, yeah, I totally feel like I'm in the same boat as this guy. Like, you go to school for something, you like, I was really excited to be a high school English teacher, but that just didn't happen. It sucks, but it just didn't happen. And now, you know, I have a wife, I have a house, I have bills to pay, so I can't afford to stop working to go back to school and finish my certificate. I have my degree, I have my bachelor degree, but I need a certificate to be able to teach. So, I don't know. It sucks. It just really sucks.
College for this? You're going to tell me that I literally went to college for something that's now going to be redundant in the industry?
And that's why I didn't do STEM. I really did feel like all the STEM stuff, when they were pushing it when I was younger, I personally felt, because I'm 26, by the way, I feel like I was always told that AI is going to be coming soon. And so I felt like STEM just wasn't a good fit. So I'll admit, that's why I didn't do it in college. And, you know, it's funny, my dad even said, you know, I should have done like computer science or business or stuff because that's where all the money is. That's where all the new jobs are. But look at this. Now they're getting replaced. I feel like my degree, my creative degree, is going to be more valuable as AI take over the more technical, less creative jobs.
What am I supposed to do? Like,
I don't know.
My fallback plan is literally a retail job, which I obviously don't want to do.
No, of course not.
I have...
Of course not, but you got to...
minor experience in game design, but nothing that will land me a middleweight job. I'd have to get an entry-level job and take a massive pay cut of probably £4,000 to £6,000 a year.
Oh, well, that's bad, but I mean, surely that'd still be better than a retail job, right? Am I wrong? I don't know how much retail jobs pay. Do retail jobs pay pretty good in the UK? I feel like he's British. I'm just getting that vibe. Or he said it already and I missed it, but... Oh, yeah, no, didn't he say that? Didn't he say that he's from England at least or something? Anyway, because he said pounds, right? He said pounds. That's a British currency, so let's just assume he's British. I feel like, wouldn't a retail job pay pretty good if you're considering that over taking a job in the industry as an entry level that is supposed to be a pay cut? Like, am I missing something? I don't know. It sounds like you're more interested in doing retail.
It's an incredibly difficult position to be in.
Sure.
I have a house. I have a mortgage to pay. I have bills.
Yeah, truthfully, if I didn't have a job, I'd probably just have to sell my house. And I don't know what I would do. No, truly. Like, if I wasn't able to work my current job, yeah, I'd be toast. I'd sell my house. I'd have to sell all my stuff. Probably move back in with my parents. And admittedly, then I'd have time to go finish my certificate. But, I don't think my wife would appreciate that much. So, I'm trying to make things work with what I got, but it's hard. And I try and look for the little gains. I also would do Instacart, if you guys know what that is. It's like a app where like people pay me to grocery shop for them. So that's cool. I can get a little money on the side doing that. But, if I didn't have my main job, yeah, I'd be toast.
I thought I was financially stable. So I have a couple...
I mean, damn, I'm not even financially stable. Like, I don't think I'm financially stable at all. I mean, it's even worse for him, his position, because he was financially stable and then it got taken away. I think that's much worse. Like, for me, I've just never been financially stable at all. Or at least I've never felt like I've been financially stable. Yeah. Like, damn, I feel really bad. Like, truly, I know you can't see. This is why I need to get a webcam. But again, shit's expensive. And YouTube hasn't paid me yet because I don't have enough money for YouTube to qualify to pay me yet. So, yeah, I wish you could see my expression, but I really do feel bad for this guy. And I feel awful that this is starting to happen to people in the technical field.
Couple of things on finance, because obviously I thought I had money coming in every month.
Right.
And the redundancy pay I will get will cover me for maybe 3 to 4 months, and then I'll be out of money. So I have 3 to 4 months to figure out my situation, which luckily is a decent amount of time.
I was about to say, yeah, if I lost my job, I would get maybe one paycheck and that'd be it. Like, my job is far less forgiving than that. Like, wow, if I had 3 to 4 months to find a job, yeah, I could find a job. I could probably get a job I'd probably get 2 jobs, to be honest. I'd probably go get a morning job and a night job or something to supplement the income I'm making now. But damn, like, I can't imagine, like, I don't know. I guess it's hard because I really relate to his feelings, but I don't relate to his industry because I'm not experienced with it. So I don't know how common this is truly going to be, but I feel like he's not that far off. I feel like we're going to see AI take over a lot of jobs in the graphic design department specifically, like he's saying.
But other people won't be so fortunate. The only reason I get a good redundancy package is because I was there for 6 years, right?
Right.
Some people who have only been at a company for 1 or 2 years will not get a good redundancy package. It will be 1 month's wages and they send you on your way. And that's how it works in the UK. I don't know how it works in other countries. It could be worse. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not stressing too much right now because obviously I'm good for a few months. I can look for jobs. And I do know that obviously if I absolutely have to, I can land myself some kind of retail or warehouse or sales, like...
Oh, okay. So I misunderstood before. I apologize. So he is first looking for stuff in his industry, but he'll do retail if nothing else. Okay, that's why I was a bit confused, but he's cleared that up. So yeah, good. Good on him. It sounds like he's going to be doing the best he can to stay in the industry. That's important.
Entry-level job, and I'll have enough money to survive. However, this like growth of AI in the industry is going to completely destroy like my hopes and dreams of becoming, a senior or like creative lead at a company, having probably my own juniors underneath me, apprentices, stuff like that. Like that is my realistic goal. Obviously, my unrealistic goal is to run my own company or do YouTube or something like that. But my realistic goal with the skill I have would be a senior/lead design position. And it seems like that's less and less likely to happen.
Yeah. I mean, that's what really sucks, right? Is that you put all your time and effort into an industry or into a job, and then you get snuffed out, and then it's like your experience means nothing. And I don't know if this guy will ever be able to get back up to the level he was at before. And hopefully he does. Obviously, I wish the best for him, but I wouldn't hold my breath with the way things are going in the technical field, it sounds like. I mean, even like it's like how you guys might not be old enough to know this, but there used to be a thing that was very common in jobs called a pension plan. A pension plan essentially was a guarantee that you'll be paid regularly no matter what. Different than a 401k, because a 401k is dependent on stocks. A pension plan would be a set, flat income, kind of like a universal basic income, that you'd be guaranteed to get no matter what's going on with the company. So pension plans don't exist anymore for the most part because it costs the company more money than for you to just be paid based on your 401k stocks. So, and that's at least in America how it works. So that's why I think universal basic income needs to be the new thing. It's really, really important, I think. So we'll see how this goes, but I think without a universal basic income, as more people lose their jobs, we're going to see unemployment rise overall. And I wouldn't be shocked if, like you said, in the next year or so, we have a serious problem with labor shortages. Not labor shortages, but like a shortage of jobs, I should say. I apologize.
Now because of the rise of AI. So yeah, as I said, I understand it from the company's perspective. I spoke to my boss about it. I very much understand his point of view. And letting people go isn't easy, but look, if you can let go of a couple designers and you save yourself tens of thousands a year, I do understand it from a business point of view, but it just sucks that this technology exists.
Yeah, it sucks. And we made it ourselves, But no, I agree, 100%. That would be awful. To be an employee who's not being there saves the company money. That's awful. A good employee should always be making the company money. At the moment you're not making the company as much money as you're costing them, you're gone. It's pretty much that simple.
So yeah, that's my current situation. It's not great. The past 40 to 50 days have been terrible for me. I've lost my job. I had a secondary side business with my friend selling little plush toys. He's pulled out of that, so that business might not happen anymore either.
I don't know why I couldn't just do the business yourself. I don't know how your business works, but I feel like just because someone pulls out, be your own boss. Hire someone else, you know what I mean? I feel like that would be what I would do. Especially if I had all this free time all of a sudden because I don't have a job. I would definitely go look into getting something started. Got to get something going, right?
And then my video game, which was like a third-person Halo game called Cross Planet, is also no longer in production because of disagreements and conflicts within the team. A couple staff members didn't agree with things, couldn't align and have a clear vision, so the project is ending.
Again, I think you should just hire new people. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? But yeah, I feel like you should just do what your company did and just hire someone who can do better. In this case, instead of hire AI. Why don't you get on the gravy train and just try and use AI to solve your gaming problems. I don't know how that works. Again, I'm not experienced at all, but that's what I would do at least. At least try it.
After 3.5 years, so my whole schedule...
Yeah, especially if you've committed 3.5 years to it. Oh my God, yeah. Hire someone else or something.
Schedule, as I know it, has been torn from me. I have 24 hours in a day, and absolutely 0 of them are allocated to something. I'm just...
God, I'll be honest, I kind of wish I had that kind of freedom. Do you know how much YouTube content I would make you guys if I had 24 hours free every single day? Oh my God, I would be able to. You would never see a missed upload. You know what I mean? I would have so many videos, like an insane amount. I wouldn't have to be recording so constantly. You know what I mean? I could make a whole bunch and just sit back and chill. But no, I'm constantly making stuff. I want to keep you guys updated with the world and stuff and what's going on. And yeah. So also I want to take a moment to say just thank you again to everybody who does watch these videos. They really do mean a lot to me. I know for you guys it's just one of many videos, but seriously, these videos and you guys watching these videos means the absolute world to me. Like seriously.
Just completely free. some may see it as a good opportunity to change my life around and dive into something new, but that's dangerous and quite scary.
Oh, definitely.
My
Very
boss
scary.
told me that if he thinks that I would be happiest if I freelanced or if I ran my own business. Obviously, those things are true.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you already had your plushie business or whatever, or like your game you were working on. I think you should do that. Focus on that.
But like I said, I have a mortgage to pay and bills and stuff like that.
I can promise you a retail job on its own won't like prevent you from working on your own business. Like, I consider YouTube to be my side hustle, I guess you could say. Do I make pretty much no money from it? Yes. But I love making content, and that's what I do. So I think that if I have time, because I work 8 hours a day too, if I have time to do it, I feel like you could work on your side business. That's me. I don't know what your life is like. I'm not going to sit here and judge you. Like, if you really don't have time to work on your business, you don't have time for it, whatever. But I feel like if you claim to have all this free time, you should just work on your own business, invest in yourself,
And freelance is not sustainable for some people.
Yeah, but you could just do it. I mean, shoot, I work for Instacart, but I don't do Instacart every day. Sometimes there's no jobs out. Sometimes people aren't buying groceries. It's not a reliable source of income, but it's an income. Just like get what you can.
Might have 2 months where you're extremely successful, and then you could have 5 where for some reason you just struggle to sell. Mm-hmm. In that situation, I would quite literally lose my house.
That's why you get a regular job on the side. You just do a regular job either way, and then you work on your side hustle, right? You work on some other secondary job to provide additional income. I think that's what you should do, it sounds like.
So it's an extremely scary thing to dive into. I don't think any of my family would recommend trying to use my redundancy pay to keep me alive and start my own business.
Well, I think they would be concerned if that's all you did, but like I said, you should just get a regular job, a stable job, even if it pays less money, and then also work on your company. I think you should just do both. I think that's the best thing to do.
It's just, it's not the ideal situation. It's the last thing that I'd try and do.
Or make YouTube videos.
So,
do something.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. There's the live com for today. That's the situation I'm in.
I feel really bad.
Does leave me with a lot of time to do YouTube.
Sure.
I think what I'll probably do is maybe take a week or two to myself, and then after that I'm going to be heavily looking for another position and see how it goes. So maybe over the next 2 weeks we'll see more YouTube videos or something, but the chances of YouTube turning into something that actually brings in money is very unlikely. I do make a bit of revenue from YouTube, but it's nothing really. Somewhere in the region of £20 to £40 a month, which is absolutely not enough.
Okay, I can tell you truthfully, this video alone should give him because you get $1 for every 1,000 views, so 30,000, that'd be $30. So it should be $730, I believe. I believe. I could be wrong about his CPM or rate or whatever, but just saying, his channel seems like it's growing. If this is the kind of views he's pulling, he should be getting more money. I don't know if YouTube's taking a bigger cut in the UK. I don't know, but it seems weird that he's only getting $20 a month. That seems odd.
Enough to even pay my food, never mind to pay my mortgage. My YouTube channel is nowhere big enough. It's just, the money that I get from YouTube is enough to buy myself a nice pair of shoes at the end of the month, or I don't know, it pays for something
Obviously, the views might have skyrocketed for him in general after this. And we'll dive to the comments in a moment. But yeah, I think this guy has potential to do well on YouTube, honestly. That's what I feel.
A bit of food, or maybe if something needs repairing, or I want a new game, Yeah, it's rough. So hopefully May and June, prove to be more positive. We'll see. Yeah, thanks for watching this video, and goodbye. If you're a graphic designer watching this as well, man, I highly recommend learning some new skills while you can.
Yeah,
and don't ever template things. Don't provide the company you work for the templates.
Exactly. Don't help the company do well without you. You need to be valuable for your company. Absolutely.
Claim your work takes longer than it does, so that you can have time to yourself to look into other jobs.
Exactly. I think this is brilliant. Yeah. Look for your own career. Shoot. I think every graphic designer should do this. I 100% agree. If you work in a field that can be replaced by AI, you better be looking for something else.
Maybe do whatever you can and rinse the company you work for, because You know, at the end of the day, companies don't owe you anything. They're not obligated to keep you. If they find a way to get rid of you and replace you with AI, they will do. Don't ever feel obligated to provide a company what it needs. Give them the bare minimum, and you know, that's it. Focus on yourself. Yeah.
So, real quick before we end the video, I want to just take a look at his channel. Actually, Endo said I was going to talk about the comments, but I wanted to look at his actual channel. Let me see how he's doing. Just because I'm just curious. So he had a big blow up. So look at his channel before he blew up. He made some more views than me, to be honest. You know, these couple hundred. You guys know I make about less than 100 on most of my views. But look, then he blew up with this video, which is awesome. The YouTube algorithm picked it up. That's great. And then, you know, he made a follow up, which is good. He got 57,000 views. This one got 33,000 views. So it seems like anything with the keyword AI seems to be blowing things up. And I'm going to be putting the word AI in my video as well. And we'll see what you guys think of that. If you guys came here because you're looking for AI content, let me know. But yeah, I'm really happy for him. I hope that he does well. And look, he said he gained 10,000 subscribers in a week, so he probably was only at 8,000 subscribers. I'm really happy for this, that this guy's improving. I'm glad that his channel is growing, and I'm hoping that, you know, he's successful, truly. And hey, look, dude, if you're watching this, Nate Straight, if you ever want to reach out, I have a lot of experience on YouTube, even though my channel hasn't blown up, you know, like yours has. I still know a lot about video production and stuff, and truthfully, it's possible you might even be better than me at at making videos. Again, I haven't watched all your videos. I just watched the one viral video, right? But yeah, feel free, Nate Straight, leave a comment down below. I'd love to get in a Discord call and talk more about this if you want to, as someone who has experience with working in a not comfy job, right? As well as being a content creator. So yeah, I think there's a lot of new developments that are going to happen as time goes on, and I'm curious again what you guys think. Feel free to post how you feel in the comments below. As always, guys, I'm El Worfy. Thank you all for watching, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.